After graduation, most people want to spend their last summer living it up and partying. But for me, Anthony Trillo, I actually took a leap of faith and moved from Vegas to Tyler, Texas for 3 months. Now, what I did as a door-to-door salesman is how I started, especially right out of high school. I faced many new challenges and overcame old ones. In doing this, I grew up in many ways that I was unaware of. My experience as a first-year salesman allowed me to grow up fast and change my perspective on life. Initially, living alone was a real struggle. I've always lived with someone my entire life, whether it be my parents or my brothers. So it was a huge change jumping from all the way from Las Vegas all the way to Tyler, Texas on my own. From cleaning up toilets all the way to budgeting my own cash, it was a real struggle every day, learning how to be by myself and learning how to adapt as a person. I was kind of forced to grow up in a way. Not having my family beside me to guide me through any situation was kind of a battle every day, but somehow I stayed my ground, and that's who I am today. Opposite to how it may sound, living alone was actually the least of my worries. It was really getting out there every single day in the heat of the sun, often being dropped off with no car, limited supply of water, as well as nothing in my system but motivation. It was a real struggle every day to push myself to become a better man and to keep pushing myself to knock that next door, even when there was days where I felt like not knocking it at all, or even sitting on a park bench. There was often days where all I had was even no water and just this iPad by my side, where I would knock about 60 to 80 homes within a whole day just to have one person listen to me and still say no to me. However, even though I faced every type of rejection, I had to learn to build a relationship with rejection due to the fact that it's all I heard all day. At the end of the day, my manager always told me, my leader, that rejection or saying no is just one step closer to saying yes. And that's how I lived life day by day. I had to learn to adapt to my circumstances, to my environments, as well as the people I was talking to. Every neighborhood was a new type of person, so I had to adapt and overcome, as well as feel their energy in order to assume the sale and get the sale. There was always days where I wanted to just cry and return back home where I was comfortable. For example, on my 12th day out there in Tyler, Texas, I was actually found myself sitting down on the road, crying, just had no will to work due to the fact that I had little to no money in my pocket, as well as being unable to make any money. I wasn't getting any sales the whole week. What I had to do at that point was I had to look at myself, I had to tell myself that I need to push through this because this was only a wall that I had to overcome. And through that, day by day, I kept pushing myself until I found the end result, which was success. I had a choice this summer to make it a good or a bad one. From everyday experiences, such as taking the positive out of the worst days, learning to live alone, as well as building a relationship with the rejection and facing new challenges daily. This all pushed me to be a greater person, and it's what I'm thankful for today. It made me the salesman that I am today. Through adaptation and learning to keep my head on straight, I kept that same mindset that pushed me through the whole summer. So I'm happy to say right now, I can say myself, Anthony Trillo, I am a good salesman and I plan to be the best salesman I can be.